What's up, y'all? Cold Talks. Back with a brand new video, y'all. I know it's been a minute. Y'all. How y'all been? How y'all doing? I don't even think I just did the intro right, y'all. You feel me? It's been that long. I didn't even do the intro right. But, yeah. Before we get into this video, y'all, if y'all can tell by the title, man, the game ain't ish. The game ain't ish, man. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't shit, dog. You feel me? And before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. Join the movement. And without further ado, let's get into it. I know it's been a little minute since I've uploaded on this channel. And that's mainly because I've just been focusing on my art business. If y'all didn't know, I have an art channel as well. It's called Cool Covers. And basically on there, I'm just explaining art. Art is one of my passions, y'all. I love art. Everything about art is something that I love. I love drawing. I love painting. I love graphics. And the reason why I love art so much is because there is no right answer, right? So there is no one right answer. You can look at art through multiple different lenses, and it's all based on your own personal perspective and your own personal story, right? So you can see and feel anything that you want from just by what art you're looking at, right? And that's why I like art. So I think you guys should go check out that page. I break a lot of stuff down. I break a lot of my cover arts down. I break a lot of my projects down. And yeah, but let's get into today's topic, man. The game ain't shit, man. The game ain't shit. You probably wondering like, whoa, what you mean the game ain't? What you mean, Cole? What you mean, Cold Talks? What you mean by that? And more so, man, I mean, the game ain't nothing, man. I'm more so talking about the dating game, right? Everybody's favorite game, the dating game, right? And the game that's so complicated for us men today and women, I feel like, because women have it just as complicated as us, because now they have an abundance of options. So they don't know which one to pick. You get what I'm saying? So it makes the game a little bit harder. And us men, we don't have as many options as we would like. So that makes the pickings very slim. And when we do find somebody we like, we already know in the back of our mind that she's talking to God knows how many other dudes, right? But my whole thing is, the game ain't nothing, man. And if you got you a solid girl, man, just stay with her, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got you a solid girl, don't get tricked into the game of the streets, man. Into being out here and trying to be a player and trying to live this player lifestyle. Don't get tricked into that, man. If you got a solid one with you, solid girl, that's all you need, bro. Just continue to build that relationship up and continue that and continue to thrive, man. Because, bro, once you get outside that relationship and you come to the streets and you try to be a player and all that, bro, it's a cool game out here. It's a cool world. I don't think everybody's ready to be in that field. And for me, I know I wasn't ready. But my whole thing is like, when I was back in college, I actually had a good girl, man. I actually was in a relationship my freshman year, right? I was in a relationship my freshman year. And I don't know, I always felt like I was missing something, right? I always felt like I was missing part of the college experience. I never really had a chance to go explore outside of this relationship, because I was in a relationship my freshman year, I think through the mid of my sophomore year. And I never really had a chance to experience. So that yearning for experiencing other people and talking to other people was always in me. But then, you know what I'm saying, as I got older, now I'm 22 now, you know, when I entered college, I was 18. I was fortunate enough to be able to finish in 4 years. Now I'm looking back at it, man, and I'm like, dang, I should have just stuck with that one girl. You know what I'm saying? Because that was one of the reasons why I wanted to leave that relationship to begin with. I seen my friends and stuff, they was having fun going on 2-mans, 3-mans, and I always felt like I was missing out, right? I always felt like, nah, man, I should be having fun, or I was always missing something because I was with my girl, you know. So I spent a lot of my time with her, and actually too much of my time, because from me spending time with her, I wasn't even able to build a social network or meet people on campus, because I would spend a lot of my days in that relationship, right? So it really wasn't conducive to be in a relationship as soon as I got into college, right? But it is possible. I think a relationship, you know, maybe if it started in my junior year or my senior year, it would have been more, you know, it would have still been going to this day. But, you know, who knows? That's a what if scenario. I don't really like what if scenarios. You know, what if this happened and this would have happened? Because then now you're just going down the rabbit hole, right? You don't know what. Like, it already happened, man. What happened, happened. That was God's plan. That was God's will. You can't question God. So if it happened that way, it happened that way. And it is what it is, man. You know, you take what you can learn from that situation and you move on. But I say all that to say, man, if you got you a solid girl, man, stay with her, man. You know, the streets ain't nothing. The game ain't nothing, man. It's rough out here. Everybody's using everybody. These girls will use you for dates, dog. Especially if you a nice guy. That's me. I'm a nice guy, man. I like, and it's genuinely because I like going on dates and stuff. Like, I like going out. I like spending time with women outside of, you know, the bedroom stuff. That's all cool too. I think that's all important too. But I like going on dates, y'all, and I like having experiences. But when you go on these dates, man, when you have these experiences, snap. My fault, y'all. So as I was saying, yeah, when you a nice guy, bro, you kind of have the tendency of doing things to get this, and you know, that's not really a good mindset to have, because that's low-key being a manipulator. And for a long time, bro, that was me. Like, I would do nice things for women and expect something in return, right? And I kind of lost my way, right? Because I used to treat women with, you know, I wasn't even thinking about that stuff. Like, I genuinely wanted to go out on a date, and I genuinely wanted to see this girl. And the girls I used to talk to were a lot more quality. But as I got older and I'm going through life, now the girls are less quality, but I'm treating them like I want something long term with them, right? The whole time I don't. But my thing is, I can't have the same ideology that I do for the quality women with the not so quality women. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference, right? There's a big difference. So it's all about setting boundaries. It's all about learning that. And nobody really taught me about boundaries, especially with human relationships. You got to set boundaries. You got to set just principles with people. Like, there should be a certain line that people can't cross. Like, somebody shouldn't just be able to take advantage of you every single time you interact with them, right? There has to be boundaries. There has to be balance. And that's something I didn't realize until I got older, right? And, you know, I'm glad I'm learning this stuff now in my 20s, so I can spread the stuff to you guys who might not have had a father figure in your household like me. I didn't grow up with my father. I know who my father is, yes, but I didn't grow up with my father in the house every day, and my mom worked a lot, so I was figuring stuff out on my own. I always had to figure stuff out on my own for the most part. Not to say that my mom didn't help me, but, you know, I'm watching YouTube videos just like y'all. I'm trying to figure out life just like y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, build a business and how to, you know, invest. All this stuff from the internet. So the internet is a blessing and a curse, depending on how you use it, right? And what you're consuming. But I say all this to say, man, like, yeah, man, the game ain't nothing, man. If you got you a solid girl, try and stick by her, man, unless, you know, something. I know relationships ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. I know things come up. I know life ain't perfect, man. Like, stuff happens, man. And if you a young guy and you going into college and you're looking to get into a relationship, I would say my suggestion is hold off. You know what I'm saying? Hold off on the relationship. You got to mature first. You really have to mature yourself before you get into a relationship. And maturity starts with realizing what you have going on and being able to come together to the relationship. When you're a young guy and you're young and you're in a relationship, you usually put the relationship above all of your priorities because you don't have any priorities when you're young. You don't have to go to work. All you have to do is go to school, right? That's probably your main priority, is just going to school. And then maybe if you do sports or something, or you're on the sports team, doing that. But when you're young, bro, you'll put the relationship above a lot of other things that you kind of need to be doing and kind of need to be getting involved with. So I would say just, you know, as you go throughout college, and that's something that you want to get into, then I would do that. I would wait a little bit so you mature a little bit, get your feet wet. Also, get that part of the college experience out the way. You know, talking to all the girls, doing whatever you're doing with all the girls and stuff like that, right? I'm not condoning it, but you know, I think every man has that urge or has that exploration part of them that they want to try out. So, hey man, I would just say try it out, see what happens, right? And then, then you'll find out if that's you or not. And for me, I found out that, you know, it's very surface level. A lot of interactions that you're gonna have are very surface level. It's just gonna be one thing. If you're into just surface level things, that's fine. I don't really like surface level myself. I kind of like deeper stuff, which is why it's hard for me to do surface level things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to doing deeper things. I'm used to connecting with somebody. I'm used to going out with them, and you know, we having a good time and all that. But say all this to say, man, yeah, like the game ain't nothing, dog, and it'll chew you up and spit you out, and it'll just keep doing it over and over and over again until you learn your lessons, right? Until you learn your lesson that you're not for everybody, and that's a good thing. You being exclusive, you being rare, that's a good thing. That's not for every girl. So you shouldn't be having intercourse with every girl that you see. And my thing is like, I always taught myself, like, if I don't see this girl being my baby mother, I shouldn't be having sex with her. That's just me though. If I don't see this girl being my baby mother, I shouldn't be. And I was always in the back of my mind. So I'm like, bro, like, I don't even want to be doing this with this girl because I can't see her. I feel like if she was my baby mom, she'd give me headaches and stuff like that. You always want to keep that in mind with any girl that you're dealing with, dog. Like, if you don't see this girl being your baby mom, bro, don't do it. Don't do it at all, because you don't even want to find out, right? And some people like, I don't care, I just want to, you feel me? And it's like, yeah, I understand that, but like, man, just hold off a little bit. Just wait your turn. See what comes around. You know, God always going to bless you with some new women. Once you start leveling up, once you start getting your bag right, once you start hitting the gym a little bit, once you start getting your mind right, because this is the most important thing. If your mindset is not on point, you can't do anything else in life. You have to start here. You have to start mentally, because this will destroy your dreams right here. And it's weird because it's your own mind. You're thinking, oh, I'm on my team, you know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for myself all the time. But in actuality, your mind is sometimes rooting for your downfall. Your mind sometimes wants you to fail as well. So it's like, dang, like, who's on my side for real? You know what I'm saying? I got the girls over here, they not messing with me. I got some guys over here, my friends, they not messing with me. You know what I'm saying? So who's really on my side? And you have to lock in with yourself. So do self-reflection, man. Journal, read, study. Yes, study. Bro, learning doesn't stop. Yo, I used to think learning stopped after high school and college. Learning does not stop, dog. It keeps going. I'm still teaching my stuff things right now. I'm actually studying Coursera Plus. I'm trying to get a certificate in digital marketing. So I'm studying the terms. I'm looking up, you know, what's this, what's that, all the intricacies of marketing and stuff like that, right? So learning never stops. And then I also want to learn Spanish. You know, I want to be able to talk in different languages. So I have to learn that. I have to teach myself these things. And that's the whole purpose of school, I feel like. It's just to get you in the habit of learning. Because learning never stops throughout life, dog. You're always going to have to learn something. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's finances. I don't care if it's how to take care of kids. I don't care if it's how to, you know, like today, I just learned how to properly do a squat. I wasn't going down all the way. You know, I had a guy in there. He worked at the place. Shout out to him. But he taught me how to properly do a squat and properly do a deadlift. And these are exercises and movements I've been doing for years. But he broke it down to me. He was like, nah, let's do it like this. Let's do it like that. and I have to accept it because, you know, he's a profession in this. Probably not a profession, but you know what I'm saying? This is his field, so I have to respect it. So I have to soak up knowledge. I have to soak up game, no matter what. So I just went on a little tangent there, my fault, y'all. But I say all that to say, man, if you got you a solid girl, man, stay with her, man. I wish I could go back and, you know, be in the relationships that I was in the past, and who knows, they could have turned out to be great ones. But, you know, I had that mindset as a young guy, and that's okay. I don't have no regrets in life, you know. I think everything happens for a reason. I think that if I didn't go through those things and those trials in my younger years, then I wouldn't have learned the lesson, and I wouldn't have gained the wisdom that I have now. And wisdom and lessons, man, that I can't, bro. Those are two blessings. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and lessons are the ultimate blessings, bro. So I'd rather fail while I'm young and be successful later. So I can get all my failures and stuff out the way now. Not saying I won't have no failures later in life, but I'm going to get all my failures and stuff out now. And then as I get older, I already been through the situation, so I know what to do. I know how to adapt. I know how to talk. I know how to, you know, communicate. And I know how to adapt. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been through this before. But I say all that to say, man, ain't nothing wrong with being a nice guy, dog. Like, you just got to realize your worth. You just got to realize your power. And not every girl deserves your energy. Not every girl deserves your energy. So if you put that into perspective, then you'll only mess with girls that reciprocate your energy. So that's good that you're a nice guy. That's good that you want to do those things. That's good that you don't look at surface level stuff like everybody else, because the world will tell you to look at surface level things. Sex sells, right? Sex is the new marketing scheme for every business. I'm telling you, man, if you can't go on Instagram for more than, bro, if you scroll on Instagram for a little bit, you're gonna see some type of ad of some girl showing her body, right? And that's fine, because it's usually to promote either a fitness page or it's to promote an OnlyFans page. So then you got to get all that stuff out your cycle, right? So sex is the new marketing tactic because they know it sells, man. Sex, I think I'm not even going to try and say it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the community, and yeah, I don't know what else is. Well, these markets, bro, they try to promote these so much that it's thrown in your face so much, because I actually don't know why that's why they want to do it like that, but I think it's because they know that emotions are tied to these topics, so they know it's an easy attention grabber, attention hooker, right? And it'll make you stay on Instagram more. Like, if you're seeing a whole bunch of half-naked girls on your page, you're most likely not gonna just stop at that one. You're probably gonna click on the page and look and see, you know, look at this girl's profile, what she do. She got OnlyFans link, bro. Cause I done been caught up myself a couple times. I didn't did that myself. I done seen a girl. She got a fat. I'm talking about that. Hey, you know, it's that joint fat. So I was on the Instagram page myself, and I was like, dang. But then I had to catch myself. I'm like, yo, what am I doing? Why am I looking at this girl like that? She don't even know me, right? And then it get weird. That's why you gotta stay off social media. Like, I try to stay off social media nowadays. Like, social media it's a fake world. It really is. Like, it's a fake world, y'all. Try and stay off social media as much as y'all can, man. Specifically Instagram and Twitter. I don't even have Twitter. I don't even want to go on Twitter, man. You feel me? I'm cool off Twitter. I'm cool, man, because, yeah, but yeah, I don't know why they trying to market all those things and stuff like that, but I say all that to say, man, just and even the streamers and stuff, even the YouTubers, and you know, you'll watch these sexualized YouTube videos where rate me on my body and rate, like, yo, like the whole internet is a sexual place. It's very sexualized, right? And you can easily fall into this trap. And I can see why so many men struggle with pornography and stuff like that, because it's like, bro, it's constantly being shown in your face, constantly. You go to YouTube, there's a guy, he posts a video with half nigger girls on there. Then you go to Instagram, you see half nigger girls. Then you go to Twitter. We don't even need to discuss Twitter. I got Twitter no more, man. I had to get up off that, John. And then you go to the gym, and then it's outside, and then the girls is wearing these half, you know what I'm saying, the shorts is up. Oh, but no, I dress for myself. I don't dress for men. Okay. But they wearing these shorts, and then they, you get what I'm saying? So like, it's hard to be disciplined as a man in 2025, but it is possible. I believe it is possible. And you know, they just throw it in your face, and the streamers don't make it no better because they have all these girls on their platforms. So you thinking as a guy, like, dang, man, I'm missing out. He getting all the Johns. He's Superman. You be thinking these guys, they Superman. They don't got no flaws, right? They get all the girls, they got the money, they got the cars. But you gotta remember, like, there's more to life than that. And that's really what I'm saying. There's more than life than all the superficial stuff that you see going on. There's more to life than cars. There's more to life than women. There's more to life than money. There's more to life, dog. So, and you're probably like, whoa, what more is there to life? Isn't that what we do all this stuff for? Nah, yeah, to an extent, but long term, that's not going to bring you fulfillment. What's going to bring you fulfillment is impact, legacy, generational wealth. These are words that last a long time and something that you should strive for. Even a wife. Yes, I said a wife. Yes, I know marriage is frowned upon nowadays. It's hard to get married. And especially now, no man wants to get married. Especially now with these lawsuits and whatnot, you can lose half of your assets that you worked hard for just because of a divorce, right? So the court is never in your favor as a man, and you know, it's a lot of things men go through, a lot of silent battles, a lot of things that we go through and we just don't say. But I can't speak on marriage specifically. I haven't been in that situation, but I've watched videos and stuff evolved around that situation. I can see, okay, that's kind of messed up. You get what I'm saying? But I say all this to say, man, the game ain't shit. Focus on yourself. Try and get better every day. Don't focus on these girls, man. Don't chase these girls because they love getting chased. And when you chase them, I promise you, they are running away. They're not even looking at you, bro. So, and I don't think you should want to have girls chase you as a man anyway. Like, yeah, it's nice every now and then to have a girl, you know, over pursue, but then you kind of start looking at her funny, like, okay, why is this girl chasing me so much? Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like girls be thinking the same way. Okay, why is this guy chasing me so much? I ain't know that. There's a regular person. So, man, just focus up. Try and stay out the way. And I'm going to get back to y'all in another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. Join the movement. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.